This is Joseph Lebrecq, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about how to do scaling on your published content for HTML5 Canvas from Adobe Animate. So as you can see here, we've got a basic stage setup. This is actually 300 by 300, so it's a complete square 1-to-1 ratio. And in each corner, I've pinned a little shape so that we can sort of track how everything's moving when we scale. Now, by default, if I just go ahead and hit the test movie button here, it's going to publish everything and open up my browser. And there we go. It shows up in the top left corner, and it's the same exact size, 300 by 300. There really isn't any change. Going back into Animate itself, if inside of the document properties, I go to my publish settings and choose more settings, here we get some different options. So one of the things I can do is I can choose to center the stage. I can center horizontal, vertical, or both. I can also choose to make responsive and by height with or both. So we're choosing both right now. We're going to go ahead and hit OK. I can't actually do that on my screen because it's too small. So I got to move it over here and hit OK. And now we'll test once again, test movie. And we can see that sure enough, it's centered. However, if we go ahead and pull this off, or we could even right click and inspect. And note here, as we change the size of our screen, if it gets too small, what happens is that it scales down, right? So now we're at 150. So we got a 150 by 150 image here, basically. And you could use any of the stuff inside of your browser. So if we wanted to go responsive and kind of tweak how this looks, we can see how it responds to that sort of thing, right? So notice it still doesn't scale upwards. There's an additional setting for that, and that's back inside of Animate. Under More Settings again, within Publish Settings, let's go ahead and choose to scale to fill visible area. And from here, we can choose to fit in view or stretch to fit. We're going to fit in view to kind of keep it all together. No distortion in that case. And hit OK once again. And then test movie. All right, so here we can already tell that it's scaling up. And if I go to inspect, we can see that no matter what we're doing, if we're scaling down or scaling up, it's going to sort of scale appropriately. So it'll shrink if the viewport is too small, and it'll enlarge if the viewport is too big. So that's basically how to use the different scaling and responsive options for HTML5 Canvas documents inside of Adobe Animate.